Hi, my name is Tony Sword, and I've been a parishioner at Christ the King for about 4 months now, since August of 2024. Um, Prior to that, I've been away from the church for about 20 years or so. I think as a child, I didn't really have a really robust religious experience or um, education, and that was really of my own fault, really, for just not being open to it. And it was maybe in my 30s, I was baptized and I started going to church a bit, but I never really felt I had a really good relationship with Jesus. Then something was just missing, and I fell away from the church for about 20 years until I came to Alpha. So yeah, I was baptized in the Lutheran faith in my 30s, and like I said, I had kind of fallen away for 20 years or so. And I was attending Catholic Mass here at Christ the King for a few weeks with a friend who invited me to come to Alpha. And I was kind of reluctant to go to Alpha, but I said, why not? I mean, I don't really have anything else planned on Sunday evening, so I decided to go. And it really wasn't what I expected. I guess what I had in my mind was that somebody was going to pressure me into joining their church. And, I was kind of hesitant to walk into that, but I'm really glad I did, because that's not what happened at all. It was what I found there was very non-judgmental and open forum to discuss questions about faith. Really, there were people of all different age groups and backgrounds, religious experiences, and it was just kind of an open place to stop and have that discussion. And for me, religious discussions they're not really easy to have, and it provided a place to do that. That was really open. And really what I certainly didn't expect was Alpha provided a spark for me to actually have a relationship with Jesus. And it made me realize that I hadn't really spent the time to read and to understand what Jesus actually did for us. And so that's what I did. I read not only the Bible, but I read a lot of history about the Catholic Church. And it really made a difference for me to take the next step. I think the gospel this week kind of illustrated it very well. It was from Luke chapter 3, and it was about like lowering mountains and filling valleys and straightening the paths to let the Lord in. And I think that's what Alpha kind of helped me do, was lower those mountains a little bit and open my heart to let Jesus in. So, Alpha, the first time I attended Alpha was in the spring. I started kind of end of January and ran through sometime in March. And during Alpha, during that period, I was kind of in parallel, like researching the Catholic Church. And I decided that, rather than, my expectation of Alpha, somebody trying to get me to join the church, I was actually reaching out to the church to try to see how I could become a member of this parish. So I contacted Megan here in the office, and she provided information on how to get started. And so I got to the soonest OCIA class that I could get to, and that lasted about 4 months. And in August, I was officially a member of this parish as Christ the King. And honestly, it was probably one of the best decisions I've ever made, to be a member of this parish. Since then, I feel like I have a good and developing relationship with Jesus for the first time in my whole life. I have a daily prayer life. I attend a weekly men's group, and I have daily readings that I do. And, having a relationship with Jesus just kind of gives me a sense of inner peace, really.
He's speechless. There are
he laughs way too much.